What's up YouTube, my name is Marvin Aziz. I'm a freelance developer and I'm about to show you how to build this beautiful full screen animated menu in Webflow. This is actually my first ever YouTube video, so I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I know I've messed up the audio, but I'm open for constructive feedback, so leave it down in the comments and I really hope you enjoy the video. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to build this beautiful animated full screen menu with Webflow, my beloved tool. Let's have a look at it. May we? So that's the little design I just built, and that's the full screen menu coming up right here. Isn't that beautiful? Look at it. Okay, so that's what we're going to build today. It's actually not too hard. Sometimes you're gonna run into some little problems, as always with Webflow, I say. But it's totally worth it, as you can see, to go the extra mile and build this fully animated menu out. Okay, let's get started. So we're actually going to start with a preset, a free one. So you can simply create a new project within Webflow and just click on the business starter, and you should be right here, ready to go. And I'm just going to give it a little brush up and design so that we can work with it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so what I did right there is actually I just changed the color, I changed the font, the size, and that's basically it. Also, what I'd like to do is remove that margin from the section completely, so that we have a full width hero section. Okay. Also, what I'm going to do is unlink those that instance from the nav menu, so that it makes it easier for now for me to work with it. So the next step would be to actually make it a mobile menu on desktop as well. So we don't want to see the menu items up front. We want to hide them behind a button. And that's the given button in the business preset. So you can use that one. For now, it should look like that, which is not really the amazing menu we would like to have, but it's looking quite decent, at least in the tablet version, right? Okay, nevertheless, let's get going. If you have a look at the structure on the left side, you can see that there's the whole navigation, a navigation wrap, a link, a menu, and a button. Okay, so what you want to do at first is remove all those navigation items so that we have a empty navigation items wrapper. Also, I'm going to rename that one to nav __ wrapper, so that I know what I'm actually doing right here. I'm going to make things easier. So let's build a div block right here so that we can actually see it. I'm going to call it just like the other one, nav wrapper. And I'm going to give it a background color, the one I used before. and I'm going to give it a height of 100 VH, viewport height. And also it's going to need a width of 100%. Nice. Then I'm going to add another div block inside of that one. And I'm going to call it nav link wrapper. Okay. So that we can actually put our link blocks in there. Nav link block. All right, looking good so far. I am actually going to make it a flex and align it in the center, which it already did, but anyway. And in there I'm going to add another text block. So this text block is going to be home, and I want to remove the underline right here at the text block, at the nav link block. There we go. Also, I want to change the size and the font family to Georgia and something like 5 EM maybe, and fix the height to 1. And now I'm simply going to copy and paste it. Boom. No, wrong one. Make sure to click on the nav link block. There we go. And I'm going to call that one about. This one's going to be projects, and that one's going to be contact. Okay, in order for it to align vertically, I'm going to change the direction of the nav wrapper. Actually the nav link wrapper. Up here. Boom. There we go. And also I would like to give it a little more space. Yeah, let's do it from here. Just a little. Padding right there, maybe 35 pixels on the bottom. And also, I'd actually like to give it a little hover animation. So let's go ahead and do that. Change the selector to hover. And at the bottom you can choose 2D and 3D transformations, really powerful tool. But we are going to use the skew. And I'm going to skew it for 7 degrees. And that gives it like a little tiny skew right there. And also I'd like to have a transition. A quick one, but a smooth one. No, that's not the one. Oh, need to change it to transform. Oh yeah, way better. But yeah, I want it to be quick actually. Oh yes, that's the one. All right, so I chose 75 milliseconds with ease. Gives a little subtle animation right there on a hover. Nothing special, but you know, the details. Okay, let's move on and actually add another div block. And I'm going to call that one nav __ closing. wrapper. Boom. And I am going to position it absolute and on the top right corner. So the problem with that, it's gone. And what we need to do is take the nav wrapper and actually tell it to be positioned relative so that we can see the closing wrapper again. And inside the closing wrapper, I'm going to add another link block. And this one's going to be called nav __ closing link block. Boom. And in there, I'm simply going to add some text. And the text is going to say X to the Z, but better. All right, so the X is supposed to be an indicator for the closing button. You can add an image or anything else in there, but for now I'm just going to go with a simple X. So I'd like to make this a lot bigger. Yeah, that's it right there. Maybe 4, yeah, looks good. Remove the underscore, the underline, and position it maybe not directly in the corner. Give it a 10% from the right, a 10% from the top, and yeah, that's looking good. Also, I wanted to have a little hover animation to make it interactive. I'm going to give it another skew of 7 degrees, and also give it a transition, quick one as well, for the transform. Yep, that's it. So if you look at it now, it's already looking quite nice, to be honest. Boom, boom, boom. But it's not at the right spot, right? So we still have the full screen empty menu. So we're going to put this inside there. Let's move on. Okay, now we have that nav wrapper up there. I'm going to actually just drag this one into the nav wrapper, and this one too. So that we now should see something like that. Okay, still looking a bit weird, but we're getting there. It's always trial and error with Webflow, to be honest. So, what's the issue here? I actually need to position the nav wrapper. So, let's try fixed. Nope, that's not it. Oh, there we go. Fix this one. Okay, so what we also need to do is give it a Z index so that it's actually on top of almost everything else. And also I'd like to give the nav link wrapper a height of 100% so that it actually positions the menu items in the middle of the screen. Looking good so far. One thing is a bit annoying to me, which is why is the contact button on top of the nav wrapper? So I'm going to give the menu a z-index of 20 so that as soon as it's open, you can't see anything else. Looks good. Looks really good so far. Okay, let's see. Boom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're getting there. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to look, right? Oh no, this is not how it's supposed to look. This is how it's supposed to look. Okay, let's go on. So right now we have the standard animation activated of the menu. I'm actually going to disable this with a duration of 0. And I am going to add a interaction. So that's going to be the fun part right now. So you can, basically in Webflow, you can animate anything. And also for now, which is important, we are going to animate when the navbar opens. So choose that one and create a new animation from scratch. And I'm going to call it navbar opens. And now I'm going to pick our nav wrapper and choose a new action. And the action is going to be hide and show. And I want it to hide initially, right? Also, what I would like is to initially set the height to 0%. Another thing is, as you've maybe noticed, the menu starts with a white background color, right? White, then it goes to a darker. Okay, that's what I really, really like. It's just subtle, but it's making it even more beautiful. So let's do that as well. Initial state, and let's give it a white color. All right. So now I'm simply going to duplicate those three elements, and I'm going to tell it to actually show. Set the background color to that one, and also put the height to 100% and the width to 100%. Maybe I should change that one here too. No? Okay. Boom. Okay. That's our animation. Looks a bit linear, would you say? Okay, let's change it. Let's just mark those 3 animation stamps and choose the easing. Let's set it to maybe in out circ, and I want the background color and size to have a duration of 0.6 seconds. Okay, yeah. Getting there. Maybe I'm going to choose in out expo. Nah. and now to cubic. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so as you can tell, the text is actually showing up before the animation has even started. That's not nice, okay? So we're going to add another action, but this time choose the whole link wrapper. And I'm going to put the opacity at the initial phase to 0. I'm going to duplicate it. And then I'm going to put the opacity to 100. And I want it to ease in within 0.7 seconds with a delay of 0.2. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, maybe 0.3. And 0.8. Yes. That's the one. That's the one. Okay, also what I would like is to make the closing button actually show up. So let's choose it. Put the opacity initially to 0. Actually, I would like to move it a little bit initially to maybe just a tiny bit, maybe 15 pixels. And then I'm going to duplicate this once more. And choose the easing. And I would like it to move to 0 and have the opacity of 100%. Yeah. Looks quite good, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe let's give it another delay for it easier to be seen or to be noticed. Also this one right here. Yes. Looks good to me. Save this. And that's the opening animation, right? So right now we have what's happening right there? Have you seen the text? Why is it coming from the right side? Let's see. Size. Oh yeah, okay, that was it. So it was just the width of the menu. So as you can tell, it's fully animated, but it's not closing anymore. So we should actually add another animation when the menu closes, right? So let's start an animation right here. I'm simply going to duplicate this one. And I'm going to rename it to navbar closes. And I'm going to delete all those first blocks up here. And then I need the hide and show to actually not show it anymore at the very end. right? Also, I need the link block. All those things are really needed at the beginning. So there should be no delay. No delay. And I want those two to actually just connect to that one. So at the very end we have the hide and we're going to hide the whole menu. And at first we are going to remove the opacity of the link blocks to 0. We're going to reduce the opacity of the closing link to 0. And we're going to move the link block to, what did we have? I think 15 pixels. We're going to change the background color to white. And we're going to change the size of the wrapper to match the height of 0%. Okay, so let's save that one and have a look. It's opening up beautifully. Oh yeah. Let's do it again. Oh. I think we can actually make it a little bit faster. The opacity animation of the text is a bit too slow for my senses. So let's fix that. Yeah, this is definitely too slow. Let's change it to 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.6, 0.6, closed. Yeah, let's give this another try. Ooh. So from now on, you can basically do whatever you like. Use your creativity and your imagination to make it even smoother, even nicer. So we've come pretty close to that version I built yesterday. But yeah, you can go on and on with it as you wish. But I think it's actually a really good looking full screen menu until that point. So if you enjoyed that video, I'd really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button and that like button to actually motivate me to make some more videos. I really enjoyed being here with you, and I'm going to see you in the next video. See you.